This past weekend, we went 1-3 on Dog of the Night plays over the course of 4 events. I believe it was the LFA where we hit our Dog of the Night in Diego Bianchini, coming in at plus 165. And even though I cashed on a couple of underdogs on the UFC card, it was Michał Oleksiejczuk that I trusted with the Dog of the Night moniker, and he got absolutely squashed by Michel Pereira in the early going of that matchup. I knew that threat was there, and I was hoping that we would see Pereira deal with that easily, Oleksiejczuk deal with that, and then eventually start to come on stronger later on that first round, second and third round, eventually opening up a finishing opportunity for himself. But Pereira was very privy to that style and was able to get Oleksiejczuk out of there quickly. So we have to take an L there. So that now drops our Dog of the Night record to 7-16 on the year for minus 5.56 units at minus 24% ROI. Again, not the way I wanted things to go, especially with the success that we had in the Dog of the Night for 2023. So let's try to get back on the horse. No rushing, no chasing, just smooth and steady, learn the lesson, and try to get better for the next one. All right, let's get right into the top 3 Dog of the Night candidates. First is going to be Chelsea Chandler, who comes in at plus 115 as she takes on Josiane Nunes. We know Nunes brings a power-heavy style in terms of the strikes that she likes to throw, blitzing forward, throwing wide-winging hooks, trying to knock her opponents out, or at least land enough damage so she can get her hand raised on the scorecards. But I think she's dealing with probably one of the better grapplers that we've seen her deal with, outside of Diani Barbosa, who was still very young in her MMA career when she originally threw down with Nunes back in the day. But Chandler is very strong. She's very intimidating when she's able to get this fight to the ground. And I think from there, she'll be able to smash Nunes from that top position, posture up, and get a TKO here. I might even get in on that TKO prop for Chandler, but plus 115, gotta go with the grappler here. Nunes will struggle once Chandler gets on top of her. The second Dog of the Night candidate I have for you guys is going to be Christian Rodriguez, who comes in at plus 165 against Isaac Dulgarian. Now, I think Dulgarian is strong, and he's a very solid fighter who has never faced defeat throughout his amateur or pro career. But this is going to be the toughest and hardest opponent that he's faced throughout his career. Christian Rodriguez is very skilled, from his technical striking and discipline to his grappling, his scrambling, and his ability to just stay out of bad positions. This guy, in my opinion, is more skilled than Dulgarian, and Dulgarian might have some success with his early takedowns and good top position with some ground and pound and some good work from there. But I think that we'll see Rodriguez continuously disrupt his balance, eventually throw up a submission or a reversal or work back to his feet, where he can utilize his superior striking approach to touch up Dulgarian and open up a club and sub opportunity, or even latch onto a submission when Dulgarian goes for a desperation takedown in deep waters. Rodriguez is the truth. The only knock on his game is the fact that he can't make 135 pounds. He needs to get that in order so he doesn't have to continue fighting bigger guys at 145 pounds. Luckily for him, I don't think Dulgarian is on the bigger side of 145, so he should be fine in that aspect. But it's when he fights guys like Jonathan Pierce, who was the one guy that gave him a professional defeat throughout his career. So I got to go with Rodriguez here. I think he's way more skilled all around. Just got to deal with that early grappling threat, which I think he's capable of, as we saw in the Raul Rosas Jr. fight, and that should open up finishing opportunities for Rodriguez in the second and third round. The third and final Dog of the Night candidate I have for you guys is going to go down in the main event, where we got Marcin Tybura coming in at plus 105 against Tuivasa. Tybura is clearly the better fighter overall here, and of course there's always that heavyweight knockout threat that Tuivasa could present here, but I think that we can see an overall better game from Tybura in terms of mixing in his grappling, his footwork, his clinch, and his takedowns to overwhelm Tuivasa, put together a better game plan, and wear out Tuivasa over the course of 15, 20, and even 25 minutes. I don't think we'll see Tybura overextend too much here, trying to seek a finish, as I think he knows the punishment and the consequences of getting caught by a guy like Tuivasa. But Tuivasa often telegraphs a lot of his big shots, which should allow Tybura to stay out of the way, clinch up with him, stay away from the big strikes, stay away from the leg kicks, and from there really start to take over with a better body of work. So I like Tybura here as the underdog, and I think he wins it on the scorecards, and that's also why he is the third and final Dog of the Night candidate. Which of these 3 did I end up going with? Check out the Lock of the Night Patreon page, where I already have it posted, and you guys can find out which dog that I am most confident in to give that Dog of the Night moniker to. All right, appreciate all the love and support. We had a double header of segments today, and we'll be back tomorrow for the quick picks, as well as the Locky Trinity / Locky two-step free parlay Also, if you guys are looking for regional breakdowns for the 2 Cage Warriors cards and the KSW card, you guys can also find that on the Lock of the Night Patreon page. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.